Welcome back. So in this year, there's been a lot of, fear when it comes to the banking sector, but Energy Commercial Bank is still standing tall. They were giving approval by the Security and Exchange Commission to enlist, and they did that to raise 340 million in shares from the Ghanaian investing public. Well, a month down the line, they have listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange, and they are here to tell us more about that. I'm joined in studio by Mrs. Christiana Ola-Oye. She's the MD and CEO for Energy Commercial Bank. Good morning.
Good morning.
So kudos to you, because now you are on the Ghana Stock Exchange. How does that feel?
Let me just make a little correction. We will be on the Ghana Stock Exchange in December, when we ring the bell formally on the 16th of December, I believe. And so I'm inviting everybody to join us then. But what has happened so far is that we received approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission, from the Ghanaian Stock Exchange, and from the Bank of Ghana to launch the initial public offer of the bank to raise 340 million towards the recapitalization of the bank to meet the minimum requirement of 400 million Ghana cedis.
Very well, but oftentimes when people mention the amount they plan to get from their IPOs, it's not exactly realized. But you are saying you're trying to do this to make sure that you meet the minimal, capital requirement. Are you sure? Are you hopeful that this is going to be achieved in this short time?
We do believe that it will be achieved. In fact, we do believe that it will be oversubscribed. In the 7 years of operations of Energy Commercial Bank in Ghana, one of the ambitions of the board has been that after this foundation stage, that the bank will be placed in a position to offer its shares to the Ghanaian public. When we're talking about the Ghanaian public, we're talking about individuals as well as institutions as well. So we do believe that from the institutional investors, from the retail market, and also from outside of Ghana, because we do have interest from the UK, from the US, from the UAE as well. We do believe that, yes, we will realize more than the 340 million that we are offering for sale.
Very well. So at least that gives assurance to your public that at least you still be around for the long haul. But what's your general take on this banking industry and how it seems to put fear in people when now many people are actually engaging the non-banking sector and are keeping their monies in their homes?
I've been asked this question a couple of times, and the first thing I want to say is I commend and I salute the regulators, the Bank of Ghana, for the changes that they have put in place in the banking sector. And all these changes are geared towards one thing, that is ensuring safety of depositors' funds. And if the regulator is going all out to ensure that depositors' funds are safe, I wonder why there is a fear in the industry. I urge everyone, please do not be afraid of what's happening in the industry. It's all meant to regulate the industry, it's meant to sanitize the industry, it's meant to strengthen the banks, it's meant to enable the banks do what it is banks are meant to do, and that is to support the economy and to help people grow their businesses, grow their wealth, maximize every opportunity that comes to them. So the banks are still the safest place with which to do business.
Very well. So what does the official launch of the initial public offer mean to me as a citizen?
What it means is that on the 2nd of October, we launched the IPO, and from that day, the shares of the bank were available for sale. We're offering slightly over 261 million shares at a price of 1 Ghana cedi 30 per share, and the initial investment that anyone can make is 100 shares, which is the equivalent of 130 Ghana cedis. Thereafter, you can buy in multiples of 10. So for anybody, individual, institution, buying for yourself, buying for your husband, your wife, your children, your grandchildren, you can actually walk into any of the 5 receiving banks, any of the 20 receiving agents, fill an application form to buy the shares, pay your money by cash, by transfer, by mobile money, and then receive an acknowledgement. And that's where you have become a shareholder in Energy Commercial Bank.
Very well. So is it only people who are, banking with your bank that are allowed to buy shares when it's offered?
Absolutely not. It's the entire public, the Ghanaian public. And again, we also have people in the diaspora. We have Ghanaians in the diaspora. We have Nigerians, both here and in the diaspora as well. We have people from all over the world who have shown an interest. And anyone is allowed to buy, to invest in Energy Commercial Bank.
Very well. So what should we see from Energy Commercial Bank in the years to come?
Oh, well, as I said, we've been here 7 years. And come January 1, 2019, we will be one of the banks that remains. The past 7 years have been a foundation for us in the bank, and the next 5 years, 10 years are the period of growth. And when we say growth, is because with a capital of 400 million, we are able to do businesses that we could not handle before. We are able to support the growth in the economy. We're able to support the agricultural sector, able to support commerce, able to support the small to medium scale enterprises to grow businesses. What does this mean? It means that we will continue to remain profitable. Now, when you buy the shares of Energy Commercial Bank, you buy for two purposes. One, you can buy for growth, and by growth that means the value of your share increases over the years. So when you buy at 130, in 5 years time, who knows, it could be 5 Ghana cedis. So you automatically have gain. Again, if you hold it for investment, it means that at the end of each year, as the bank is profitable, you join, you gain rewards through the dividends that the bank pays. So for us, it's a period of growth, and we believe that we will grow conservatively at 20% per annum. So for anyone who is investing in the bank now, this is a sure investment for you.
Very well. Is there a date and a time for the official launch, or you've started?
Oh, the official launch was on the 2nd of October. It runs until the 2nd of November.
Very well.
At that point in time, then we close.
Very well. So everyone has the chance to now go buy a share until the 2nd of November. When it closes, like she said, it will accumulate. So make sure you're buying now when it's cheaper, so that when it increases in price, you will make your benefits before. Anyway, I have been speaking to Mrs. Christiana Ola-Oye. She is the MD and CEO for Energy Commercial Bank, and she's calling all of us to make sure we buy shares from the IPO that is being raised. We'll